Okay, everyone, we're back for another week of the Great Beards of Westeros, along with Jakob, who is back on the show after a brief stint on the So Beards of Westeros. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. I've improved my beard skills permanently.
Yeah, you upped your game quite a lot, and you're also wearing no pants today.
No glasses, no pants.
Is this the new trend? Can we?
No, it's just that it's morning.
Okay. And you never wear pants in the morning?
No, and I put my glasses on at 6 p.m.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, I'm glad that you have such firm routines that you stick to.
Yeah, no problem.
Great. We have Buzz here for another week.
Of course. Yes.
He's been up all night. He did 4 new podcasts this night.
In my head, at least.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's see that big, full red beard on my screen. It makes my heart sing with joy. But enough talking about... Well, I'm Samuel, but I'm usually me. So nothing new here. Move along. Let's move on to the guest of the week, who is the main focus. We have the great honor of having Luke Wortley. How do you pronounce your last name? I suck at last names.
No, that's it.
That's it. Yes. So I'll let you do the honor of introducing yourself, because you probably do a better job than I will do. Anyway.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Luke Wortley. I'm L-Dub on the boards and stuff. I am the content editor of the White Book website, and a proud member of Team Right on the White Book podcast.
What does that mean, by the way?
Well, on the White Book, we have a rotating hosting schedule where Team Left is Tommy, Roy, Will, and Aaron, and then Team Right is Patrick Haynes, myself, Greg Atkinson, and Will.
And when you are both on, it's impossible to attack you. Is that right?
Yeah, if we have an 8-person podcast, then yes, it would be not impossible to not only attack us, but understand anything we're saying.
When you first said that you were on Team Right, I was expecting there to be a Team Wrong. But
no, we made it that way because then Glazer could only be on Team Left, so he could never be right.
Oh,
nice. As if that needed to be put in print, but fine. Whatever helps the community to sort of pigeonhole him. Excellent. Well, it's a great honor to have you on. I mean, most people probably, if they're on Facebook, they know you from posting all the different content on the excellent resource. If you haven't checked out the White Book podcast, which is not only a podcast, it's a great resource for a lot of articles, and they're really up the game this in the second edition. So check it out, guys.
They actually updated the website yesterday. It's much better now.
Looks great on a smartphone.
The new theme is live. It's great.
Awesome. So even if you did check it out and thought, wow, they definitely need a new theme, then you should check it out now. Awesome. So with that excellent introduction, we move on to my favorite part of the podcast, which is the intro music. And now we all play the intro music in our heads.
Can you send it to me? I still haven't listened to it ever.
The intro music is also my favorite part of the podcast because that is so akin to my folks back in Kentucky. It's very near and dear to my heart.
Awesome. I'm glad we can.
I imagine all of your folks having a great beard.
Oh, it would absolutely raise the value of our family name. I mean, that is for sure.
It's awesome. So yeah, okay. This is Great Beards of Westeros. We're back for an 8th week, and we have our guest, Luke, who I think will introduce this week's topic. Bring it on, Luke.
Yeah. So I recently decided to start growing a beard, and this is the product of several short weeks of work that I'm relatively proud of. But I had a little bit of a crisis of identity a couple weeks back, and I had to message you fine gentlemen just to get me over the hump. And I thought, man, we need to address this problem, because I'm sure there's a lot of new beard growers out there who will face the trials and tribulations of the early stages, and will maybe succumb to some of the obstacles that are in their path. So I'm representing all the new beards, and by extension, the bad players.
Can you tell us how it's been going for you? What have you been doing to grow the beard?
Yeah. Well, I took Jakob's suggestion to heart. I sing to it. I let my son sing to it and play with it. It seems to be helping, sort of yanking out the hairs and really accelerating that growth. I've been playing a lot of Thrones with it. Been all the normal things, like you do.
So right off the bat, you were telling us a few things that are actually great in growing your beard, and my first suggestion would have been sing to it. So you're doing good there in that area. Singing to your beard doesn't only make your hair grow, but it makes it strong. So yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm curious. Do you have a particular genre or a particular song that you like to sing to your beards, or?
I usually put on the intro for this show and then just sing along. I do the banjo part by singing.
Yeah.
You make up words. I mean,
no, just imagining my voice being different instruments.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, there's tons of good bearded music that I think. Say Iron and Wine, probably a good pick.
DMX.
I guess like DMX. Well,
Gangstar.
that's.
I mean, it works for me. I mean, it brings out the groove, keeps it underground. It's really,
sure.
really great.
Yeah, whatever.
It doesn't speak beard at you first hear it, but then your beard is just telling more.
Yeah, I can see how you can how different types of music can speak to different people's needs. Definitely.
Well, it's like when you work out, right? That you have to change up the exercise routine. Otherwise, it gets dull and you don't grow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I may have to try some hip hop on my beard.
Yeah, see if that works.
Definitely.
Jakob, what's your pick?
Well, my pick is country all the way. So I usually listen to the Avett Brothers. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's a good one. Zach Brown, perhaps.
Zach Brown Band. Wow.
Yeah.
Bluegrass should be good, right?
Bluegrass is great.
Yeah. I think you need to stick to the real bluegrass, not the new grass thing. Nickel Creek and those young folks that don't. They don't
know how it's done.
No, they just started playing. They didn't grow their beard fully before they started playing, which
they prioritize. They prioritize wrong.
Yeah.
The old guys, they focused on getting a beard first, and then they walked out on stage. So
yeah, and that's similar, I guess, to what how a lot of people do in the Thrones community. Some people just start to they try to become a good player first, without focusing on the beard, and then you have the players who do it, which I think, well, I'm old school, but they do it the right way by growing a beard, and then improve their game, because if you have the beard, I mean, the sky's the limit. Otherwise, you're limited by where your beard can get you. Like, how far can I go? Well, how long is your beard? That's usually the the question I ask.
Yeah. But
Actually,
so
okay.
yeah,
Go
go on.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
I
so
actually
polite,
have
so polite.
so polite. Jantelagen and all that jazz. Samuel, actually, because you're the father beard of us all. You're the oldest. You're the big brother of our excellent player and bearded friend here, and inspired you to get a beard and drink beer. And
Maybe those two are inextricable.
Yeah, I think so. But
Yeah, that's like white on rice for me.
That's like white on rice.
Like stink on a shit wagon.
Yeah, definitely.
More of that later. So what inspired you? How old were you?
Were you even bored?
I've probably first time was probably like Christmas evening when I saw Santa. I was like, wow, that's an impressive beard. The thing is, my father, or me and Jakob's father, he had a flimsy little mustache when we grew up. So it's definitely not, something that's run in the family.
Without tips.
Without tips, yes, nothing to wax there. Without his beard, nothing to look up to in the family. So I think it was, well, the thing that got it growing was, I think, the inner voice, something telling me that, it was almost like if that beard. I started experimenting. You should see, there are pictures from my dark past of me in various stages of beardedness. I tried all different kinds of things. I went with just sideburns for a while. I did what we call this is going to be a Swedish lesson for another week. Skepparkrans.
Nice.
I did the sort of the full goatee with my connections between the mustache and the chin is not very strong, so I couldn't grow the full one. I did so many things, and then I just felt that, well, no, I'm just gonna need to let it all grow just to see where this can take me, and that actually ties into what I think is one of the recommendations that for people who are starting to grow a beard, is that just let it grow. Don't start messing with it too much. Don't start trimming too much. Don't start, working on getting your sharp edges. Let it just grow for a while. It might be, that's the difficult part. And that's probably the part where you will need the most tender love and care and tonic love and care to get past that hump. But hang in there. That's my recommendation. Sort of
let it grow.
Into my own experience there. Yeah, like they sing in that, that
in the Frozen.
Yeah, let it grow.
Yeah, let it grow.
So good. Even the kids' movies these days have that strong message of just letting the beard grow.
So
I love it. So yeah, I guess that's what we're. We have to. It's so much wisdom. It's so much things that you can say about growing a beard, but we have to, we have to feed the people in small doses. Otherwise, they'll be overwhelmed with.
Yeah, you can. Obviously, everyone can listen to the previous episodes. Listen to the tonic of the week for great product recommendations. But at the end of the day, I think. The most important thing is just try and let it grow, and then take care of the beard once it gets out of hand, rather than try and fix something which is not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
So just let it grow. Use beard oil if you think your beard smells like your dad's underwear, and then just go for it.
Yeah, and don't forget beer. Andreas was mentioning beer earlier. Don't forget it. We link in the show notes. We link to a short video clip with Christopher Hivju, who plays Tormund Giantsbane on the HBO show, where he gives his beard recommendations, and one of them is beer. Drink beer and let the beer flow into your beard, because all the vitamins and things will just improve your beard game a lot. So
Yeah, and if you would talk to Ryan Jones, a friend of the cast, he would probably say tequila as well.
sure,
Probably.
sure thing.
How did you get Tormund to send this video message exclusively to Great Beards of Westeros?
Well, I sort of, just texted him, told him, hey Chris, we've got some beard challenge people out there. They could need a coach. Do you have something to say? And he's like, well, I'm just gonna wrap up this scene with Jon Snow. Give me a second. And he did. And then he got the whole crew together, the movie production, the TV production crew, just to do this scene. And he made some quick edits on his Dell laptop, and he sent it to me. Very good stuff. He's a good guy.
Amazing.
To check out his work.
So, Luke, is there anything that you're wondering? I mean, you've been trying to improve it for a while. We gave you some answers now. Is there anything else you're wondering, or something that we have answered to you previously that you think people should know about?
I think the comment about letting the beer actually flow into the beard is that's clutch. That's clutch. Not only do you have to not worry about ever having any good manners at the bar, but you also are nourishing your beard, and any combination of like helping my beard and like not having to give a shit in public is awesome by my standards.
Mm. And also keeping things in stock for later. So
Right.
you can actually
Oh,
store
sure.
beer in your stash.
Sure. I'm wondering, what happens when you get to a point where you feel like your beard isn't growing? Where do you ever hit a wall, in the early stages maybe?
So
Yeah.
there's just one thing that I want to say. There's there are different stages of beard growing, and most people usually stop. What I hear, I never experienced it, but some people stop at the it's itching stage, which is probably the first stage when your beard just starts itching. So first of all, just continue through it. Just ignore it. It's not there. So Samuel, continue.
Yeah, just add to that. That's where the tonic comes in, and the beer, obviously, and that's what Chris, I think, says in his video as well. Is you just have to hang in there, And I mean, your beard is a living creature. It looks like it's something that grows out from your face, but it's actually more like a
Growing into your face?
Yeah, it's definitely growing both ways. I mean,
Well,
the beard,
it's an extension. An extension of the soul, right? I mean, it needs, spiritual nourishment as well, right? That's where the music comes in, right? Yeah.
Yep, it is, and that's you're definitely onto something there, Luke. Because I think if you feel that your beard isn't growing, you might start to look for external factors, like what's going on here with my beard? Why isn't it growing? And I would say, well, look inside yourself. Are you treating your soul properly? Because that's probably the key. And I guess, music is one way. Music speaks both to the beard externally and to your soul internally. So find that good thing that puts you in the beard growing mood. Because if you don't feel well, if you have pain in your heart, then you will have pain in your beard.
Something that you shouldn't have, are forgotten plans for your beards. You cannot forget them. So, Luke, tell us, why is Forgotten Plans your beard of the week?
Forgotten Plans is my beard of the week because there's far too little representation of beards in the wild, and this crow that's on the Forgotten Plans plot is most definitely supporting a budding beard there. As you can see, it's sort of it's very neck heavy at the moment, but I could absolutely see that taking over the bird's head here soon. I like it because it sort of I sympathize with that bird, in the early stages of beard growth.
Yeah, it's quite obvious that his neck beard is so strong that he has to stretch his neck all the time. He cannot push his head down probably because the beard is so strong.
Yeah,
maybe that's why they forgot their plans, because they were just so impressed at the crow's beard game.
Yeah, and because the crow, I always imagine it's the crow that forgets the plans. So maybe he forgets the plans because he cannot even look at it because he has to put his head up all the time.
Yeah, but that would imply that the beard is a distraction for the beard carrier, which I think is.
Oh, but is the plan a good plan? I also always imagine it to be a bad plan. So it's a good thing that he forgets it.
Oh,
it's the beard telling him to look away. You can't look down here.
It's a bad plan. You should never have left Winterfell.
Oh, that's interesting. And well, that ties in a very backwards way to how you usually play this card. So you're saying that I flip this card, and my opponent plays say a card that we have bashed on this show, Clash of Kings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you flip this card, your opponent plays Clash of Kings, and you say, well, I'm just helping you, man. That's a bad plot. You should just forget those plans.
Yep.
Look at my beard instead.
Sure.
Yeah.
He forgets his plans because my beard is so impressive.
Yeah. And it's all because you care so much about your opponent.
Of course.
Nice. Yeah. And maybe it's not a crow, maybe it's a raven, so you're sending him the message.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's wow! I didn't think of that. But that definitely adds an extra layer to the meaning of this card.
And the candle you're lighting the path. It's so much
the
depth
depth.
This card.
Yeah. And there's sort of a wind blowing through the room here. You see the flickering lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the liquid on the actual map. Everyone thinks it's the pen oil, but it's actually beard oil, probably.
Oh wow!
We could do an entire cast about this card. I mean, it's just remarkable. I didn't even think that my choice was that great, but now that we've really, sussed it out, I'm pretty proud of this choice.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good pick. It's a great pick.
There are truly great beards to be found anywhere you look if you look hard enough. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There is in the north a real great one, an honorable mention even. Luke, tell us about your honorable mention.
Okay. For those of you that have listened to the White Book, you know that I didn't play a whole lot of First Edition. I just kind of sat around and waited for the reboot. But I was a CCG player back when I was in middle school, and in the first expansion to the Westeros block, in the Sea of Storm set, it was called, when they introduced House Greyjoy. They gave us this gem of a card right here. They gave us Greyjoy Umber, who also coincidentally was the first of the challenge jumpers, like the naval mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
But he just has this majestic beard along with the beer in his other hand. He's really just hitting on all cylinders right now. There is nothing stopping this guy.
Oh, for sure. That's
I've got no words.
Yeah, it's impressively well formed. Like the shape is really nice. You can see how he's taking care of that beard, and he's confident. I mean, the beard. This is one of the prime examples of we've been talking various effects that your beard have. We usually talk about the intimidation factor that the beard has on your opponent, but it also acts as a confidence boost for yourself. If you've got a good beard, you can be pretty sure about yourself. I think you can be confident in, things are going to work out. Me and my beard, we're going to deal with this. Whatever we face, we can take care of it.
Yeah, it looks like Greatjon is at a party or something. Is at a great party. They got chains. They've got swords, and
Wow,
just everyone's probably dancing. Everyone's having a great time.
Yeah.
Greatjon is just standing there, and he's having his beard and his beer, and it's just when the time comes, he'll just enter the dance floor.
Exactly. I mean, it's so. I mean, it's written right there on the card, right? You can wait, and I think that's
Exactly.
one of the things we underestimate about the beard is that your patience level increases dramatically, right? I mean,
Yeah.
because you have something that you can do that's endlessly satisfying. You can just sit here
Yeah.
forever and wait to enter the fray when it's most advantageous.
Yeah, and the artwork absolutely represents the text as well. He can jump into military challenges with his sword and power challenges with his beard.
Right.
So,
Yeah. And this the picture could be representing Greatjon after Rob cut off his fingers, or he could just be at a they're playing hard rock. He's doing the metal horns with his hand.
Sure.
He's doing the hard rock beer drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Great pick. A great beard.
We have
Blast from the past.
we have a really on the opposite side of a blast from the past. We have a new card again with a gift of Arbor Red. I really understand why you picked this, but tell us, Luke, why is this our dishonorable mention?
I mean, just look at that man's face. I mean, not only is it unimpressive given just the shadow of a beard that once was, but I mean, he's so crestfallen. He's lugubrious. I mean, he's like excessively melancholy, and maybe not excessively. Maybe he's the right amount of sad, as you can see that he may have had a great beard. He may have been on this cast at one point, but now he's just extending his bottle, saying, "Drink with me. I will tell you of all my sorrows as to what happened to my beard."
Yeah, it's a great pick. It could also be that he's tried his best growing a beard, and then he just gave up. He shaved his chins, and then he meets Greatjon on the other side of this art, from our perspective, and he's like, okay, I give up. Have my wine. This is the end.
Samuel, you made an interesting comment about the wine earlier.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it almost looks like the expression is on his face makes it almost you almost doubt if is it. I mean, the red wine is supposed to be sweet, I guess, a sweet, very fruity flavor. Probably the Arbor, as we all know, they produce the best wine in all of Westeros. But the face he's making, it's almost as if he's like he's handing over a bottle of vinegar. With that sour look on his face. That's not how you're supposed to look when you're handing someone a bottle of the sweetest wine of all Westeros. It's something doesn't make sense here in this picture.
Do you think he's trying to trade the fine wine, for a really good fake beard?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what's happening on this side of the in the picture, so to speak. It could also be that he's been telling his story about his struggles to grow a good beard, and then someone hands this huge bottle of beard tonic. It could be beard oil in this bottle as well, and he's why didn't you give me this before?
Someone's giving it to him?
Yeah.
Oh,
could be that he's accepting a huge bottle of beard oil.
Then he then he probably knows nothing because he's got a sour face.
Oh, and that supports the card's game text too, right? Because you get to search your top 4 cards for your best beard, and then you get to give them their worst beard.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's
I will never play
that-
this card
yeah.
in any other way than that.
That's
I
good.
feel like
And once
it's the
again,
only redeeming quality.
and once again we find this with this different layers in the cards and in the artwork. Every card tells a story. People at home, don't forget that. There's so much more happening. There's much and more happening beneath the surface of the cards. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
All right. So, hurrying away from that topic, we're arriving at Tonic of the Week that we brought on an emergent tonic, but I think it's a good one.
It's a great one.
I think I have a good feeling about this one. Jacob.
Yeah, so the tonic of the week this week is actually beard oil. It's a 50 milliliter beard oil from Sweden. It's from the company Gentlemen of Sweden, which Luke very much pointed out having a great logo. You look at that.
Wow.
So-
can you describe it?
Yeah, it's I think it's a man stag.
It's a centaur stag blowing a horn, right?
No, it's a man stag.
Okay, a man stag.
So yeah, that's what we call them.
That's great.
Okay.
I think all logos should have a man stag. That would be greatly improved by that.
Jacob,
So-
you're my man stag.
Right. So it's a beard oil. It's a Swedish product. It's got it's very environmentally friendly. It's made out of only ingredients that's okay for the environment, and it's actually the aroma is it smells of Swedish woods alongside lavender. So it's got a great smell. It's good for your beard. It's not only makes it easier to comb and easier to brush it. It actually helps it growing. So yeah.
And we see that this week. I mean, your beard game has improved, Jakob.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Thanks
used
to this
this.
oil.
I've used this constantly. I haven't slept that much this week. I've been lying around in this for a week. So I'm back.
Marinating.
Marinating. We know that.
Awesome.
All right. So before we throw off Luke to bed, we have Swedish lessons,
tuck
of
him in?
course. Before we tuck him in or something, whatever. So we've been talking
What am I gonna
talking
do
on.
without my man stags?
I'll send over my man stag.
Okay, we've been talking about stink on shit wagons and stuff. So, Luke, why do you say stink on a shit wagon?
I don't know. I guess when I was growing up, instead of white on rice, my dad and like some other folks always said like stink on a shit wagon, and that was just the expression that I learned, along with a lot of other really unintelligent sounding expressions from rural Kentucky.
So, it took a while, but Samuel did find the meaning. The Swedish translation of this that we use. Never. Samuel, can you tell us?
Yes, the Swedish translation, which is nowhere near as cool as the Kentucky one, is som ler och långhalm. Go ahead, Luke. I know you want to try to say it.
Som ler och Långhalm.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Excellent.
great.
That's
Excellent. Wow.
that deserves a golf clap.
Your Swedish has improved so much from listening to this podcast. I can tell.
It has improved that many percentage points every time that I've watched it, as I knew no Swedish before watching this podcast.
It's so good.
It's good. It's good.
Welcome to the Swedish meta.
Great.
Thank you. It's a great honor to be with all my man stags.
So, if we don't have any men or stags left, Captain Fawcett, please tell us, what should we never forget when we're out in the world?
Well, never forget to wax your tips and never forget to tip your waitresses. Some week I'm going to say don't forget to wax your waitresses, but this is not that week.
Soon.
Not today.
Not today. Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
To America, we say good evening. To Sweden, we say god morgon.
God morgon.
Hold on.